అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. నమో నమః. Today is another good day, and this is the third day of our series on Upanishads by Dr. CSR Prabhu garu. Let us start the session with Vande Mataram by Challa Chittibabu garu and Prarthana by Manikant Shastri garu Nimmagadda. Challa Chittibabu garu, please.
वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरम वंदे मातरम शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं पुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम
వందే మాతరం. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. నౌ లెట్ us రిక్వెస్ట్ నిమ్మగడ్డ మణికంఠ శాస్త్రి గారు టు చాంట్ ప్రార్థన ప్లీజ్.
Sure. Namaste to one and all. Let us do meditation for a minute before we start the prarthana. All of us, let us close our eyes, concentrate on our breath, and maintain a 1 minute silence, please, by concentrating on the breath. Now let us do Omkaram 3 times, please. Om. Om Gananantva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinaupamasravastavam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrunnannodhibhis Sedasadanam. Om Sri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati धीनामवित्र्यवतु. ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः. गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे. न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ధన్యవాదములండి శాస్త్రి గారు. Now let us request Prabhu garu to start the webinar, please.
We will continue the Taittiriya Upanishad. Yesterday we finished the Sikshavalli, the chapter on education. Today we will go for Anandavalli. Harihi Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahmavidapnoti param. So the fundamental question that would have arisen, why we should know Brahman. Brahman is the ultimate truth, absolute reality, Parabrahman. Why we should know it? What is the result or benefit of knowing Brahman? The ultimate truth, ultimate reality. What is the motivation behind acquiring the knowledge of Brahman or Brahmajnana? Why we should acquire Brahmajnana? So the answer is being given here. Brahmavidapnoti param. Param, that is whatever you see in the universe around you, this life, this Janma where we got in, whatever experiences we are getting is the normal, the regular, the usual. But there is something beyond, something which is transcendental. That is Param, that which is the ultimate. So we may know so many things, but we don't know the ultimate. We will be enjoying with ordinary things all the time. Balastavat krida saktaha, tarunastavat taruni saktaha, vruddhastavat chinta saktaha, pare brahmani kopina saktaha. Nobody is interested in the ultimate Parabrahman. People are busy being interested and enjoying sports when they are young, into sexual attraction when they are young, or even when they are old, they will be engaged in unnecessary thinking and worries. But Pare Brahmani Kopina Saktaha, nobody is interested in the transcendental, supreme, ultimate reality, Parabrahma. Because nobody is interested in moksha. People are interested only in this world, money and enjoyments and desires, fulfillment and so on. But this Brahmajnanam is meant for moksha. That is for not being born again. And even when you are alive, how to be liberated as a Jivan Mukta. How to be unattached, unaffected by the sorrows of this life. So that is the purpose of this Brahma Vidya. So Brahmavid, he who knows Brahman, apnoti param, he will acquire the highest, supreme, ultimate, is Parabrahman. Tadeshabhyukta satyam jnanamanantam brahma. Abhiyukta, this is well stated, well declared. What is declared? What is that Brahman? The definition. Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma. This is one of the fundamental definitions, declarations of what is Brahman. Or Brahman is Parabrahman, which is crudely called God, Ishvara, etc., etc. It is truth, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Infinite knowledge and truth. Truth, knowledge and infinite. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. Each one of these are profound quotations. They are profound definitions. They are being used extensively in the entire literature. After this point of this statement or declaration, the rest of the literature, whether in Ramayana or whether in Mahabharata or whether in Puranas or whether in the Bhagavad Gita itself, same words, same definitions, same quotations are being repeatedly deployed by the subsequent authors, subsequent rishis, seers and poets and so on. So this is the root, Gangotri, the original source of Jnanam. So Shruti, Shruti Vakyam, Shruti Pramanam, highest Veda Pramanam, highest standard declaration, Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma. So by acquiring the knowledge of that Brahman, which is Satyam Jnanamanantam, you acquire the ultimate Brahmavid apnoti param. Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman, which is hidden in the cave of your own heart. It's inside you. The kingdom of God is within you, they say, without understanding what it means. Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman, in the transcendental space, not external, it is internal. ఇట్టు ఘటములోన పెట్టిన జీవు కానలేక నరుడు కాశికేగి వెదికి వెతికి అతడు వెర్రి అయిపోయారా without realizing the supreme Brahman within your own self. Hridi sannivishto, sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. You go on searching for Brahman in Kashi and Prayag and everywhere. Please stop putting messages. We have to concentrate on the content. Subject is very deep and profound. If you distract by putting all messages, they will not go anywhere. Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman, which is hidden in the cave of your own heart, in the space of transcendental self, transcendental nature. Parame Vyoman. So Ashrute Sarvan Kaman. If he who acquires this Brahmajnanam, he who acquires the knowledge of Brahman, which is hidden in your own heart, cave, which is the ultimate which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam, he will acquire all the desires fulfilled because no more desires will be left. So, Saha Ashnute Sarvan Kaman, Saha Brahmana Vipaschiteti, Tasmad Vae Tasmad Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. Now we start with this Brahman, the self, which is in yourself. You are established in it. If you are well established in the self, in Brahman, self or Brahman, one the same, because yesterday we have seen Ayamatma Brahma. This self is Brahman, it is hidden in your own heart. Atma, Brahma, one and the same. Four Mahavakyas, Prajnanam Brahma, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Ayam Atma Brahma. All the four Mahavakyas, even five are all there. Sarvam Kalvidam and Prajnanam, both are there. Anyway, now the cosmology, the sequence of creation is being explained. The main principle is it is starting from the subtlest to the gross. Subtlest is the consciousness self, Atma, which is also Brahman. Tasmad etasmad atmanaha akasha sambhutaha. First, akasha, ether, comes out of the self, which is the subtlest. Akasha vayuhu. From akasha comes vayu, which is the next subtle, next gross. Vayor agnihi. Agner apaha. Abja prithvi. Prithvyad annam. Annad bhutani. So the sequence from subtle to gross. Tasmade tasmad atmanaha akasha sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adhya prithvi prithvyad oshadhayah oshadhibhyo annam annat purushaha. So the human being, man, is coming out of food, anna, and anna comes from oshadhis, plants, herbs, medicinal plants. And how the oshadhis came? Prithivya oshadhayaha, from earth. Earth means not just only this gross earth, but it is the earth principle which is there throughout the universe. And Prithvi came from Apa, and Apa came from Agni. Apa is water or liquid, and Agni is energy. And energy came from Vayor Agnihi, from Vayu Agni came. Vayu came from Akasha, and Akasha came from Atman or Brahman. Tasmade tasmadat manaha akasha sambhutaha akasha vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah abja prithvi prithvyad oshadhayah oshadhibhyo annam annat purushaha. Saha sava esha purusho annarasamaya tasyedameva shiraha ayam dakshina pakshaha uttara pakshaha ayam atma idam puchham pratishtha tadasya esha shloko bhavate annadvai praja prajayante याकाश्च पृथिवीश्रिताः अधो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति अधैनदपि यत्यन्तः अन्नं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठं तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते. Anna is the first cause of life. It is the sarvaushadham. Sarvam vaite annamapnoti ye annam brahmopasate annam hi bhutanam jyeshtham tasmat sarvaushadhamuchyate annad bhutani jayante. All living beings are born out of food, anna. Annam brahmeti vijaniyat. Annam parabrahma swarupam. So from Annam, all beings are born. Jatanyanye vardhante. Those who are born out of Anna, they will grow because of Anna. They will grow in Anna only. So, Jatan Annad vardhante. Adyate atti cha bhutani tasmadannam taduchyate. The word Anna comes from At, Akshane, that is the dhatu, which means consumption or eating or nourishing or sustaining element or principle. Tasmad annarasamayat anyontara atma pranamaya. So from this annamaya atma, next is pranamaya. तवेश पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविधेव तस्य पुरुषविधताम् अन्वयम् पुरुषविधः तस्य प्राण एव शिरः यानो दक्षिणपक्षः अपान उत्तरपक्षः आकाश आत्मा पृथिवी पुच्छम् प्रतिष्ठा प्राणम् देवा अनुप्राणन्ति Manusya Pashavasyaye. Now we'll discuss about prana. Prana is the life force, life energy, all beings, even devas, manushyas, they pranam deva anuprananti, manusya pashavasyaye, animals, prano hi bhutanam ayuhu. What is ayu? What is life? It is nothing but prana. प्राणम मुंदी प्राणम पोइंदी जान जान है तो जहान है प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यते. Hence it is called all life, all living. Sarvameva tadayuryanti. So Ayurveda, the life science, science of life. ये प्राणं ब्रह्मोपासते प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यते इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् प्राणमयात् अन्योन्तरात्मा मनोमयः. So from the pranic self comes out the mental self, manomaya atma. Tenaisha purnaha savaesha purushavidha eva tasya purushavidhatam anvayam purushavidha tasya yajureva shiraha rubdakshina vakshaha samottara vakshaha adesha atma अथर्वांगिरसं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तचस्येष श्लोको भवति. Now most profound declarations once again. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कदाचनेति. The nature of the supreme being Brahman. Yato vacho nivartante, where the words return back. Whenever we discuss about God, principle of God, Ishvara, Brahman, Parabrahman, we quote this. Yato vacho nivartante vachaha. That means spoken word, speech. Nivartante, they return back. All the words, all speech return back. Cannot reach, cannot explain, cannot express. Aprapya manasa saha, it cannot be grasped by the mind also. Everybody has mind. Animals have a very primitive mind. Some animals have some primitive mind. A human being has sophisticated mind, but even that mind cannot grasp. Anandam Brahmano Vidwan. The nature of that, I told you already, Sat Chitanandam. Existence, consciousness, and bliss. Anandam is bliss. Anandam Brahmano Vidwan na bibheti kadachaneti. Having acquired or experienced that, the You will not be afraid of anything. Tasyesha eva sharira atma yah purvasya tasmad vaye tasmad manomayat anyontara atma vijnanamaya. Next to the manomaya atma, annamaya atma, pranamaya atma, manomaya atma, now it is vijnanamaya atma, something higher than mind, the intellect, the creativity, the discovery, the intuition. So that kind of level, research type of activity is called Vijnanamaya Atma. तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरहरतं दक्षिणपक्ष सत्यमुत्तरपक्ष योग आत्मा महपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा विज्ञानं यज्ञं तनुते कर्माणि तनुतेऽपि च. Vijnanam is the base for yajna, for karma. Vijnanam deva sarve brahma jyeshtamupasate. Vijnanam brahma chedveda tasmachenna pramajyati sharire papanohitva sarvan kaman samasnuta iti. So by the enlightenment through vijnana, all desires are fulfilled, liberation can be acquired. Tasyesha eva sarira atma yah purvasya tasmadva etasmad vijnanamayat anyontara atma anandamaya. There is another level of depth, deeper level than vijnana. That is anandamaya. Atma anandamaya. Ananda is bliss, ecstasy, extraordinary happiness, not ordinary happiness. Like when you come to know something extraordinary happened, a child is born, feel extremely ecstatic, or you are given an award, or you have got a doctorate, or you got a job, or you have something very great happened. Feel extraordinary happiness. That is Ananda. अन्योन्तर आत्मा आनंदमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविध एव तस्य पुरुषविधताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविधः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः प्रिय मोदो दक्षिणपक्षः एन्जॉयमेंट मोदा प्रमोद एक्सेसिव प्रकृष्टेन मोदः प्रमोदः उत्तरपक्षः आनंद आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा असन्नेव स भवति असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेच्चेद् वेद सन्तमेनं तदो विदुरिति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अधातो प्रश्नाः उदा विद्वा समुन्धोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वान् अमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता सो अकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजायायेति. Now the creation process which was being explained previously just now is being again referred bahusyam prajayayeti. This is also a very famous quotation, great declaration of the Shruti. This is Shruti, Taittiriya Samhita. Though the Supreme Being is only one, Brahman, Ishvara, God, whatever you call it, is only one, but it became many. Ajayamano bahudha vijayate. But I heard this statement. One which became many. Bahusyam prajayayeti prakrishtena ja. Greatly born. Bahusyam became many. One became many. Sa tapotapyata sa tapastaptva, and he himself performed tapasya. And having performed tapasya, he created everything. Idagam sarvam asrujata. Ya idagam kincha tat srishva tadeva anupravishat. Tat srishva tadeva anupravishat. Having created all this, he penetrated and entered into all this. That is the main difference between the theological stand of Abrahamic religions and our Hindu Sanatana Tattva. In our case, we are saying that God created the universe and entered into it. He manifested himself as the universe. But what they say, God is independent, universe is independent, God has nothing to do with universe. You can destroy the universe, God will still remain in the seventh heaven in a big chair with a big beard. Very childish kind of explanation without knowing anything in depth. If God is nothing to do with the universe, then what is this universe? What is this Prakriti? Is it independent of God? Then there's a no, it is not it. Then why do you say nothing to do with it? And in fact, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, both are same. It is only the manifest and the unmanifest. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. So even after creation, he remains in creation. Tat apastaptva idagam sarvam asrujata. Idag sarvam asrujata. He created. The word kriya comes from sruja, sru. Because in English, C and K are equivalent. Sriya, that is actually not creation, but sruja. Idagam sarvam asrujata yad idagam kinchet tat srushva tadevanu pravishat. Having created all this, he entered into it. Tadeva anupravishat pravesinchanu. ఈ సృష్టిని సృష్టించి భగవంతుడు సృష్టి లోపలికి ప్రవేశించను. తద్ అనుప్రవిశ్య, having penetrated, having entered, సత్యత్యచ్చాభవత్. నిరుక్తం చ నిరుక్తం చ నిలయనం చ నిలయనం చ విజ్ఞానం చ విజ్ఞానం చ సత్యం చ అనృతం చ సత్యం అభవత్. Satyam became Satyam and Anrutam also. Vijnana and Avijnana also. Dharma and Adharma also. Tad anupravisya satyatyaccha bhavat. Niruktam cha aniruktam cha nilayanam cha anilayanam cha vijnanam cha avijnanam cha satyam cha anrutam cha satyam abhavat. That Satya, the truth, that Satyam Jnanavanantam Brahma became Asatya also. Yadidam kinchat tat Satyamitya Jakshate. So, in fact, in the Vishwarupa, the Lord's back is supposed to be Adharma. So, both opposites are created by the same power. Asadva idam agra asi tato vai sadajayata. In the beginning, there was Asat. In fact, there is a Nasadiya Sukta in the Rig Veda, which talks about what existed in the beginning. Na Asadasi, no Sadasi. Neither Asat nor Sat existed in the beginning. Here he is telling Asadva idam agramasит. Asat existed in the beginning. Tato vai sadajayata. From Asat came Sat. From non-existence came existence. Tadatma sak swayam akurata tasmat tat sukrutam uchyata iti yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha. This is another very important, profound quotation. Shruti Vakyam. Raso vai saha. Saha means he. Rasaha means ananda. He is bliss, he is ananda. So this is one of the motivations why we go towards God, towards Ishvara, because he is bliss, he is ananda. Raso vai saha. Rasaksyevayam tadvanandi bhavati. Having acquired that rasa, You become Anandi, you acquire supreme happiness, Ananda. Ananda, different gradations are there. He will come to it. Ko hyevanyat kapranyat yadesha akasho anando nasyat yesha hyeva anandayati yada hyesha vaisha etasminna drishye natmye anarukte anilayane abhayam pratishtham vindate adha sobhayam gato bhavati yada hyevesha etasminnutaramam kurute adha tasya bhayam bhavati तत्वेन भयं विदुषो मन्वात् तत्शेष श्लोको भवति भीषाद्वास्माद्वातः भवते. So then the fear came. Fear means adherence to the law. Why everything happens in this world? It is out of fear. Which fear? Not our human fear, but the law, the ritam, dharma. Bhishadvasmadvatah pavate bhishadeti suryah. Sun moves out of the fear of breaking the law. Ishasmad agnischendrascha agni indra vata vayu mrutyurdhavati panchamaiti. Even mrutyu, death. Saesha anandasya mimamsa bhavati yuvasyat sadhu yuvadhyaya. Now we will discuss about the analysis details of Ananda. So that is called Anandavalli, this chapter name. Suppose you take the maximum possible Ananda of a human being. Yuva, very young man, very energetic. Yuva syat sadhu yuva dhyaya asishtho dranishto balishta. He is very strong and he is very capable, he is very fully competent. Tasyayam prathivi sarva vittasya purna syat. Suppose he has conquered the entire earth, Prithvi. Eko manusha ananda. What is the level of ananda that person has? A person who is very young, very strong, very energetic, very competent, well-to-do, and he has conquered the whole earth. So what will be his level of ananda? That you take as 1 unit. Okay? And 100 times that. Sa eko manusha ananda, that is one human ananda. Srotriyasya cha akamahatasya. Also the same ananda can be acquired by a srotriya. That means he who knows Shruti. Shruti means this Upanishad and Veda. And akamahatasya, who has no desire. We will also have all that happiness. Ye te ye shatam manusha ananda sa eko manushya gandharvanam ananda. 100 times that 1 unit of manushya ananda, which we have described what will be enjoyed, experienced by a manushya gandharva. Who is a manushya gandharva? He is a great singer. He is among humans, like Balamurali Krishna or others who sing profoundly, gandharvas, manushya gandharvas. They enjoy 100 times that emperor's anandam. That is the power of music. Srotriyasya cha akamahatasya cha, that always be given as this man also will get Srotriya akamahatas. He has no desires and who knows this Shruti. Te ye shatam manushya gandharvanam ananda eko deva gandharvanam ananda. So in the Devaloka, there is one category of beings called Deva Gandharvas. They have 100 times the bliss ananda of the manushya gandharva. Rotriyasya cha akamahatasya te ye shatam deva gandharvanam ananda sa ekah pitrunam chiralokanam ananda. Higher 100 times the deva gandharva's ananda is the pitrulokavasi's ananda. Rotriyasya cha akamahatasya te ye shatam pitrunam chiralokanam ananda sa eka ajananam devanam ananda. In the Devaloka, one Deva will have 100 times the ananda of Pitrus. Srotriyasya cha akamahatasya and equal also is Shrotriya and Akamahata, no desires. Ye Shatamajannanam Devanam Anandaha Sa Ekaha Karma Devanam Anandaha. There is another level called Karma Deva Loka. They are 100 times the ordinary Devalokas. Ye Karmana Devam Apiyanti Shrotriyasya Chakamahatasya Te Shatam Karma Devanam Devanam Anandaha Sa Eko Devanam Anandaha Shrotriyasya Chakamahatasya Te Shatam Devanam Anandaha Sa Eka Indrasyanandaha. 100 times the Karma Devananda is Devananda, and 100 times Devananda is Indrananda. Indra is the king, ruler of Devaloka. He is the Ananda is 100 times the Devanandas. Sa eka Indrasyanandaha Shrotriyasya cha Akamahatasya Te ye shatam Indrasyananda 100 times Indrasananda. Sa eko Bruhaspaterananda. Indra's guru, Bruhaspati, is having 100 times Indrasananda. Shrotriyasya cha Akamahatasya Te ye shatam Bruhaspaterananda 100 times Bruhaspati's Ananda. Sa eka Prajapaterananda. Shrotriyasya cha Akamahatasya Te shatam Prajapaterananda. Sa eko Brahmanananda. We have our Chaturmukha Brahma, right? So the Brahmanandam is 100 times the Prajapati Ananda. Shrotriyasya cha Akamahatasya Yaschayam Purushe Yaschahadvaditye Sa ekaha. He is one. Ultimate Purusha is only one. Sa evam with he who realizes this Purusha. Asman lokan pretya etam annamayamatmanam upasankramati. That self which is Annamaya, is first level, transcending it. Ekam pranamayatmanam upasankramati. The pranamayatma etam manomayamatmanam upasankramati. Manomayatma etam vijnanamayatmanam upasankramati. Transcends the manomayatma etamanandamayat. Then vijnanamayatmanam upasankramati etamanandamayatmanam upasankramati. After vijnana is anandaya, and he transcends that also. And finally, yato vacho nivartante, where the words come back. Aprapya manasa saha, cannot be grasped or reached by the mind. Anandam brahmano vidvan na vibheti kutaschaneti. That is Brahmanandam, Paramasukhadam, Kevalam Jnanamurti. Why we have to put all these efforts is to acquire that Brahmanandam, Mokshanandam. Etahvanatapati kim ahum sadhanakaram kim aham papamakaravaiti sa ya evam vidvan ete atmanam srunate ubehya vaishavete atmanam srunate ya evam veda ityupanishad. So the Anandavalli Dvitiya Adhyaya is completed. Brahma vididamayam ekavimshatirannadannarasamayot pranat pravyano upana आकाश पृथ्वी पुच्छम षड्विंशति प्राणम ययुरुक्सामा आदेश अधर्वांगे सपुच्छन्द्वां सत्यम योगो महोष्ठादश विज्ञानम प्रियम मोद प्रमोद आनंदो ब्रह्मपुच्छम द्वाविंशतिरसन्ने वाधाविष्टम शतिरसत् षोडश भीष्मास्मानम अनुशोमश्यगन्धर्वाणां देवगन्धर्वाणां पितॄणां चिरलोकलोकानानुजान् कर्मदेवानां ते ये कर्मदेवानाम् इन्द्रस्य बृहस्पते प्रजापतेर्ब्रह्मणः सायश्च संक्रामति एकपञ्चाशत् So transcending Anna, Mana, Prana, Mana, Jnana, Ananda, then the Manushananda, Eva Gandharva, Manusha Gandharvananda, Eva Gandharvananda, Karmadevananda, Devananda, Indrananda, then Brahaspaterananda, then Prajapaterananda, then Brahmananda. So transcending all this. So this is the entire description of Anandavalli. Now we go to Bhruguvalli, which is the last chapter. This is about Bhrugu Maharshi, who lived at Dosi Hill, the border of Haryana with Rajasthan. I went there. He had his house there. His son is Shukracharya. They are the Bhargavas, Adharma Vedis. So now Bhrugurvairvarunihi is the son of Varuna. Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. He went to his father Varuna, who is his guru also, and asked him, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Hey Bhagavan, what is Brahman? Tasmadetat provacha annam prana chakshusrotram manovachamiti. Paham hovacha yato va imani bhutani jayante. What is the definition of Brahman? Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yasmin pravishanti tad brahma. That from which all beings in this universe get created, get originated. Then all beings in this universe are sustained by which, and then finally all beings in this world are resolved back, returned back to the same. Tad vijijnasasva, you find out that, you inquire into what is that Brahman. Tad brahmeti, that is Brahman. Sa tapo atapyata, so Bhrigu went and performed tapasya. Sa tapastatva, having performed tapasya, he came out with the conclusion, Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat. Annam is Brahma, because Annadjaiva Kal Vimani Bhutani Jayante. All beings are born out of Anna. Anneneva Jatani Jivanti, all are sustained by Anna. Annam Prayamtya Abhisamstiti, and they will be dissolved in Anna. Tad Vijnaya Punareva Varunam Pitaram Upasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Taham Hovacha Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva Tapo Brahmeti Sa Tapo Tapyata. So Varuna gave the answer, go and do tapasya. He never said yes or no to the answer given by Prabhu to that question, what is Brahman? The first answer Prabhu gave is Annam Brahmam, Annam Brahmejvajaya. Varuna did not reject it, did not approve it. He simply said, go and do tapasya. Once again, he already did once. Second round, having performed tapasya, second round, he came back and said, Prano Brahmeti Vyajana, Pranodhyeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante, Pranena Jatani Jivanti, Pranam Prayanti Abhisansanti Te, Tad Vijnaya Punareva Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. He realized that Prana is the Brahman, because from Prana everything is born, by Prana everything is trained, into Prana is Punareva Varunam Pitaram Upasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Aham Hovacha Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva. He said again, you go and perform this. Tapo Brahmeti Sa Tapo Tapyata. He performed tapasya. Sa Tapastatva, having performed tapasya, he went back and told the answer, Mano Brahmeti Vyajanat Manaso Heva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Manasa Jatani Jivanti Manah Prayanti Abhisamvisanti Tad Vijnaya Punareva Varunam Taramupasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Tam Hovacha Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva. Again went and told Varuna that Manas is the Brahma. Everything is created out of the mind, sustained by the mind, and dissolved. And again Varuna said, go and perform this. So again, Sa Tapo Atapyata, he performed tapasya. Sa Tapastatva, having finished tapasya, he came back with an answer, Vijnanam Brahmeti Vyajanat, Vijnanadeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante, Vijnanadeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante, Vijnanena Jatani Jivanti, Vijnanam Prayancha Abhisham Vishanti, Tad Vijnaya Punareva Varunam Pitaram Upasasara, Yadhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, Movacha Tapasa Brahma Vijajnasasva, Tapo Brahmeti, Sa Tapo Tapyata Sa Tapastapva. Again he went with the answer Vijnana, and he again got the answer 2 thoughts. So he again do perform. Anando Brahmeti Vyajana, 5th level. Ananda Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante. All beings are born out of Ananda. Anandena Jatani Jivanti. They are sustained by Ananda. Anandam Prayantya Abhivim Samvisantiti. They get dissolved, absorbed into Ananda. Saesha Bhargavi Varuni Vidya. This Vidya is Prabhu's Varuna's Vidya. Parame Vyoman Pratisthita. It is established in the transcendental space. Sa evam Veda Pratitishthati. He who knows this Vidya, all the 5 levels, Ananda, after that, the discourse stops. Annavadannado bhavati. He who knows this will become great. Mahan bhavati. Prajaya Pashubhi. Brahma Varchasena Mahan Kirtya. He who realizes this Vidya, he will have great reputation. He will have Brahma Varchas. He will be happy with children and animals supporting him. Annam nanindya. Don't ever condemn or look down upon Annam. Tad Vratam. Prano va Annam. Shariram Annadam. Prane Shariram Pratishthitam. Sharire Prana Pratisthitah. Tadetad Annamanne Pratishthitam. Anna Prana comes out of Anna, therefore Annam is fundamental. Sayetad Annamanne Pratishthitam. Veda Pratisthati. Annavannado Bhavati. Annavannado Bhavati. अन्नवान अन्नादो भवति महान भवति प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवच्चसेन महान कीर्त्या अन्नं न परिचक्षित तद्व्रतम् आपो वा अन्नं ज्योतिरन्नादम् अप्सु ज्योतिप्रतिष्ठितम् ज्योतिष्याप प्रतिष्ठिता तदेतमन्नमन्ये प्रतिष्ठितम् तदेतमन्नमन्ये प्रतिष्ठितम् वेद प्रतिष्ठति अन्नाद् भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या अन्नं बहुकुर्वीत तद्व्रतम् पृथिवी वा अन्नम् आकाशो अन्नादः पृथिव्यामाकाशः प्रतिष्ठितः आकाशे पृथिवी प्रतिष्ठितः तदेतमन्नमन्ये प्रतिष्ठितं स एतम् अन्नमन्ये प्रतिष्ठितं वेद प्रतिष्ठति अन्नवान् अन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या अकञ्चनम् अनतो प्रत्यारक्षेत तद्व्रतं तस्माद्यया कियाचपविधया भक्वन्नं प्राप्नुयात् आराध्यस्मान्नमित्याचक्षते तद्वै मुखतोऽन्नगम् राद्धं मुखतोऽस्मादन्नगं राध्यते एतद्वै मध्यतोऽन्नगं राद्धं मध्यतोऽस्मान्नगं राध्यते तद्वा अन्ततोऽन्नगं राद्धम् अन्ततोऽस्मान्नगं राध्यते य एवं वेद क्षेम इति वाचि योगक्षेम इति प्राणापानयोः कर्मेति हस्तयोः गतिरिति पादयोः विमुक्तिरिति पायो इति मानुषी समाज्ञाथ दैवी तृप्तिरिति पृष्ठो बलमिति विद्युति यश इति पशुषु ज्योतिरिति नक्षत्रेषु प्रजापतिरमृतमानन्त इत्युपस्थे सर्वमित्याकाशे तत्प्रतिष्ठेत्युपासीत प्रतिष्ठावान् भवति तन्मह इत्युपासीत महान् भवति तन्मन इत्युपासीत मानवान् भवति तन्नम इत्युपासीत संयन्तेऽस्मै कामाः तद्ब्रह्मेत्युपासीत ब्रह्मवान् भवति. So if you perform upasana of Brahman, you acquire the knowledge of तद ब्रह्मण परिमल उच्युपासीत पर्येणं म्रियते विशन्तः सपत्ना पर्ये अप्रिया भ्रातृव्या स्वयं यश्चायं पुरुषे यश्च असावादित्ये स एकः स एवं वित् अस्मान् लोकान् प्रेत्य एतमन्नमयमात्मानमुपसंक्रम्य एतं प्राणमयमात्मानमुपसंक्रम्य एतं मनोमयमात्मानमुपसंक्रम्य एतं विज्ञानमयमात्मानमुपसंक्रम्य एतमानन्दमयमात्मानम् उपसङ्क्रम्य इमान् लोकान् कामान् नीकामरूप्याम् अनुसञ्चरन् एतत् सामगायान् नास्ते अहमन्नादो ओहमहमन्नादः अहं श्लोककृत् अहमस्मि प्रथमजारतास्य पूर्वं देवेभ्यो अमृतस्य नाभिः यो मा दधाति स हि देवमा वाहमन्नमः अन्नमदन्तमाद्मि अहं विश्वं भुवन अभ्यभवान् सुवर्णज्योतिय एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत् साध्यते विद्युतिमानवान् भवत्येकोहा एवं वेद एकञ्च इति भृगुवल्ली तृतीयाध्याय समाप्तः. भृगुवल्ली is completed. भृगुस्तस्मै यतो विशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तत्र योदशान्नं प्राणं मनोविज्ञानमिति विज्ञाय तपा द्वादशानन्द इति नैषा स एषा दशान्नं ननुञ्जात् प्राणः शरीरमनं परिचक्षितापो ज्योतिरन्नं बहुर्वीत पृथिव्यामाकाश एकादश कञ्चनैकषष्ठिरेकान्नविंशतिरेकान्नविंशतिः सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै ओ सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. So we have completed the Taittiriya Upanishad. So we have totally completed 4 Upanishads: Ishavasya, Kena, and Taittiriya, etc. So now Mandukya was the most profound nature of the self, nature of Brahman. And in the Taittiriya Upanishad, we have covered the Shikshavalli, that is the convocation address, the orders to the students, how they should behave in their life, which is applicable to all of us, and the declaration of Dharma behavior. Then we have covered the Anandavalli, the levels of Ananda, the Prabhuvalli, Prabhu Varuna Sampada, how Prabhu discovered different layers of the Brahman, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Jnanamaya, and Anandamaya. These are the koshas. These are the pancha koshas. This is also known as the pancha kosha vivechana. So the pancha koshas are explained. Nature of the self or Brahman is explained. I have finished.
ధన్యవాదములండి. We'll go for some question answer session. Those who want to ask any question, they can raise the hand. Vishwanath garu.
Yes, go ahead.
Mistake, Guruji.
How
many Bija mantras are there? And are they all single syllables? Single syllables? Bija mantras.
Which Bija mantras?
Like
which one? Which mantras?
Devis and Ganapati, Shivas.
No. There are different. See, Bijaksharas, the Mantra Shastra is a separate subject. There are Bijaksharas. All the statements in the Veda are also called mantras. And outside the Veda, Bijaksharas are assembled together to form various mantras. Each Bijakshara, each sound, basic sound has a particular property. Ask questions related to the topics.
Okay, sir. Dhanyawad.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. What should be the process of our education and enjoyment? Yeah. The convocation address, the Shiksha Valli, which I delivered yesterday from the Gayatri Upanishad, which is giving the ethical, moral, behavioral instructions to the students. The ancient Vedic education system was based upon the Veda Gurukulas, where the students will be staying with the Guru and day in and day out they're chanting the Vedas. They also learn the Shastras to interpret the Vedas. No, the Mantra Pushpam is not taken. The Mantra Pushpam is Narayana Suktam. Mantra Pushpam is Narayana Suktam. So the Vedic education system, you can see in the Gurukulas even today, they are there. And takes about 22 years, maximum, minimum 12 years from the age of 5 or 8 after the Upanayam. So it's a long process and it is based on memorization, not just in books, but in the memory. And basic chanting of the Vedas and the including the Upanishads. They chant both Vedas and Upanishads. Then they will learn grammar and Nirukta and Shadangas, Vedangas. Then they will have the understanding of the Vedic text which they are chanting. Even all people, Rama, Krishna, everybody learned Vedic chanting, also learned Shastra, they know how to interpret. So there was no English till 1740 AD when Britishers came to India to colonize India. There was no English. Until 1817, Sanskrit was the medium of instruction for all education in India and even in other countries. People came from other countries to India to learn various subjects in Sanskrit. But after the British colonization, they passed an order, Indian Education Act of 1817, prohibiting Sanskrit and Vedic education and imposing English education as compulsory. So we are on into English education system, the British education system, now later the American. So our Indian education system is right. It is Vedic Gurukulas, you can see. There is one village called Madipadu on the banks of Krishna River at Mutyala, Jagrapeta, where they teach all the 4 Vedas. I was going there to deliver many lectures on various subjects with students. There are many Gurukulas like that throughout the country. Okay, next question.
Okay. We have seen 4 Upanishads out of 11, 10, 11. Can you give some overall idea of other 6 Upanishads also? Overall in high level.
Yeah, so you see the biggest is the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which is a dialogue between Yajnavalkya and Yargi, his wife, in the court of Janaka. So that is the biggest Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which we may cover in the 3rd level or something. And Chandogya Upanishad is next biggest, which we may cover in 2nd level. Of course, I am not the only teacher. There are many other teachers in this course who cover Upanishads, like Swamini, or Vishalaksha, or whoever it is. So the other Upanishads go more deeper and more elaborate discussions on the ultimate truth Brahman. Finally, it is all about the ultimate truth, the Brahman, which is being discussed in every Upanishad in a different, slightly different way, and a different perspective. Like, for example, in the Mundaka Upanishad, there is a question asked, what is that by knowing which you know everything? Theory of everything. So like this, the different approaches will be there. And in the Kathopanishad, there is a dialogue between Nachiketa and Yama on the nature of the self. I covered it once long back, I think, in one of the early batches. And what happens after death and what is the self and where will it go and all that kind of thing. So finally, it explained that self is Brahman. And there are Not only these 11 10 Upanishads, but there are 108 Upanishads, out of which 46 are Vedanta Upanishads and 20 are Yoga Upanishads. So we may cover something later. I have covered lectures in the past on Yoga Upanishads and also some of the advanced Vedanta Upanishads, which are not in the principal 10 or 11. Without Sveta Svetara, it will be number 10. Isha Kena Katha Mundaka Mandaka Tre Pradanandaka. Adding the Sveta Svetara, it will become 11. Sveta Svetara Upanishad is the derivation from the Yajurveda mantras. In fact, when I was young, I noted down all the yoga related mantras in the Yajurveda in my diary. And when I became older, I saw the Sveta Svetara Upanishad. I found the same thing which I noted in diary. That means they have derived the Sveta Svetara Upanishad from the Vedic mantras themselves directly. They are repeated. And we have other major Upanishads like we have the Prashna Upanishad. Again, there are questions asked like in Upanishad. And we also have the other Vedanta Upanishads like Kaivalya Upanishad, Javalya Upanishad, and Hamsa Upanishad, where the Paramahamsa, Hamsa, Soham is being described. And we have an Upanishad called Garbhopanishad, which is dealing with the embryology. And we have Amrita Bindu Upanishad, Amritanada Upanishad. These are the Yoga Upanishads. They deal with higher yoga. They also deal with all the Ashtangas, the asanas, pranayama. So it is Upanishads are themselves encyclopedic in nature. All topics are covered. And we have the Vaishnava Upanishads. And we have the Shaiva Upanishads. We have Shakti Upanishads. In addition to the Vedanta Upanishads. Like we have Saubhagya Lakshmi Upanishad, Saraswati Upanishad, and we have these Rudra Hridaya Upanishad and Vasudeva Upanishad in case of Ramatapani Upanishad, Rama Rahasya Upanishad, these are all the Vaishnava Upanishads. We have Dakshinamurti Upanishad also, Atmabodha Upanishad, and Mahavakya Upanishad is also there. Upanishads are all research derivatives from the Vedic text or from the other Upanishadic texts at later periods. So we have Sannyasa Upanishads, we have Yoga Upanishads, Samanya Vedanta Upanishads, Vedanta Upanishads, Vaishnava Upanishads, Shaiva Upanishads, Shakti Upanishads. So the content of the Upanishads is summarized in a scholarly manner in the very elaborate and strong, detailed manner in the Brahma Sutras, and it is summarized in a popular, simplified manner in the Bhagavad Gita. That's all. Okay.
There is one question in the chat box. Why most of the Tamilians not accept Sanskrit? And further, they argue that Tamil is older, 5,000 years old. The next question is, how, why, when Tamilians oppose Sanskrit and Hindi? The third question in the same thing is, was there any relationships of Sanskrit Shastras and Tamil Prabandhas?
Okay. I don't know how much you know about Tamil language or culture or civilization. It is the oldest Prakrit. Tamila is the oldest Prakrit. The word Tamila, Dravida, all are on it same. So there are Tamil words even in the Rig Veda. And Tamil Prabandhas, which are in Tamil, they are based on the Vaishnava Siddhanta of Ramanujacharya. They are meant for the masses. The idea in writing religious scriptures in Tamil was to reach the masses directly, because Sanskrit was limited to certain sections of the society, whereas Tamil was there in all the sections of the society. The Prakrit. So there is a connection between Tamil and Sanskrit also, unlike what people think. There are certain words which came from Tamil into Sanskrit, and there are many words which came from Sanskrit into Tamil. So both ways there is a relationship, and in all Indian languages we have a large percentage of Sanskrit words. In Telugu we have 70 to 80% of the words of Telugu are Sanskrit words. In Malayalam there are 80 to 90%, and Kannada also around 80%. Whereas in Tamil it will be around 30 to 40%. So the rest of North Indian languages are apabhramshas of Sanskrit. They also were having Prakrit stage before Samskrita means refined, processed. It is a processed language. It's not natural like Prakrits. So it is processed and refined for the purpose of expression of knowledge formally, either for religion purpose or for government purpose, legal purpose. So it was established for thousands and thousands of years. And even the Tamil kings like Cheras, Pandyas, Cholas, they were all very much Hindus and they supported the Vedic culture. They were Kshatriyas of the Surya Vamsha saying. It is one of the Prakrits, the oldest Prakrit. So it is the mother Prakrit for all the family of languages like Telugu, Kannada, Brahi, Modi, Yelamite. All these are Prakrits belonging to the Dravida or Tamila family. But there are other Prakrits which belong to like Sauraseni, Avadhi. Of course, some of them are Prakrits, some of them became Apabhramshas. That is after Sanskrit, they distorted versions of Sanskrit. So that way, there is no conflict as such. It's the same religion, same culture, same caste system, same gods, everything is same. Those who don't know, they will think all kinds of foolish ideas. Okay, next.
Yeah. Should be the freedom and discipline in the process of education?
In the process of
Education.
freedom and discipline. You see, the Vedic education system was based on chanting and memorization, not on printing and books. So that is from mouth to mouth, mouth to ear, and ear to mouth. So it is having within it the penance in it, the great discipline. People get up for if you want to attend this, you have to get up early and take bath and sit down and all that. In the modern education system, it is different. This is introduced by Macaulay, British education system. Now it is too late to stop it. We cannot stop it. I would put it this way that we have to merge both the ancient Indian education system and the modern education system which we have. They have to be merged in a valuable manner so that they complement each other and they strengthen each other. The student will get a greater benefit. Now, one of the biggest problems in the modern education system is that there is no value system. There is no moral, ethical, cultural, spiritual education. It is all meant for the worldly, for sake of employment purpose only. That is the main problem. So, what people are doing is they are adding the other components in their personal capacity, individual capacity. Separately, they teach Bhagavad Gita. Separately, they teach Sanskrit. They teach Vedas. They teach music. They teach dance. Separately, that is fine. But there can be integrated upward to add. That's why the concept of Indian knowledge systems came. Now the government of India and the national education policy, they have come out with what is called Indian knowledge systems, IKS, where same topics which we are covering in our course, Sanatana course are covered, plus some more are covered like mathematics, physics, chemistry of the ancient India. In fact, even IITs are offering these courses. IIT Hyderabad is doing one MTech science morning course remotely. So in IIT Bombay also, the Indian Knowledge System Center, everywhere they are opening this. So in higher education level, they are, and then even in CBSE school level, they have produced one syllabus for the 11th class, 12th class, Indian knowledge traditions. Because the fact of the matter is that all the modern science and technology had their original roots in Sanskrit texts. They have taken from there, they have put their names, everything, even the numbers, mathematics, everything. They put their names after copying from Sanskrit texts. And then they have peddled it as if it is their own knowledge system. And so we have to strengthen it. National education policy is supporting IKS. I am spearheading the IKS dissemination for last so many decades. So I'm also a member of the AICT panel of Indian knowledge system. They have made a panel. So I have written books on those subjects. So it is the reason why we are conducting this course is also same thing, to be able to revive our knowledge, which is lost. The Britishers have destroyed our knowledge base and introduced only English education, which we cannot revert the clock back, but we have to add on to the existing knowledge system. Next.
Yeah. Are these Upanishads a high level of structured fiction?
Structured what?
Fiction.
No,
Fiction.
they are philosophy, not fiction.
Yeah.
Fiction means novels and other things. Ayn Rand and all this fellows about fiction. That is, this is, there's no fiction in this. It's purely philosophy and knowledge and law and science and technology. That is what it is. Fiction is kavyas, natakas, avijnana shakuntalam. So that is different. Upanishad is full of wisdom and knowledge. It is part of the Veda. Veda is full of knowledge. There is no, if you think it is fiction, you are living in darkness.
Yeah. That's the end of questions in the
Next.
chat box.
Okay, thank
We
you
will
so
close
much.
now.
Anybody else wants to ask any question on Upanishads? Anything else you want to ask? Okay. So now I think we will close as far as Upanishads is concerned. Now, shall we go for Prarthana?
Yes.
Okay. Manikanta Shastri garu, please.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదం అండి. Now we have finished with Upanishads. Next is Darshanas that we start from Monday. And tomorrow and day after also we have afternoon classes. Please do attend. Thank you very much. Now let's go for national anthem. Chala Chittibabu garu.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
Jai Hind.
जय
ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.